Hey, what's up, my beautiful people? Today we're going live day trade spy recap of my trading session early morning. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I had some help. Don't act like I can make this kind of mess all by myself. Don't act like you ain't helped me pull that bottle out the shelf. There we go. Can y'all see me? Okay, let's get it, baby. Okay, so today to start the day, I'm gonna tell y'all what my bias was. Then we're gonna go through my actual trading of the day. So let's see how we started. So we already know we have this big sell-off right now going on with all tariffs and other news and stuff, politics, which we don't really care about. We're here to get the money. We don't care about politics. We are here to get the money. But we do understand that politics moves our money. So we want to react off that. Okay, so to come in, we had this basically a relief rally from all this selling, basically having a little relief of the selling. So as we're kind of creating these higher highs, higher lows, I've seen price actually, when it opened, it was actually down, and I seen this block right here that I wanted it to react off of, which is what 565, 564 area. That's on my daily time frame. Come down to my 15-minute time frame just to get a better look, because remember, I'm a scalper, so I want to see what's going on right now. So okay, as we can see what we got going on, we got some higher highs right here. We had another lower low, and then we're seeing a change of character, making higher highs and higher lows. So we have a change of character that broke structure right here. That broke this last lower high. So breaking structure means given a change of character. Now going back to an uptrend. So now we have a high. We have this retracement. Now we broke another structure. Now we have a higher high. And this is exactly where I wanted price. So price opened up. I believe we gave a little gap down to open up today. Yeah, we had a little gap down. Not much of a gap down, but we did have that gap down, and I wanted price to come and tap this this order block right here that created this breaking structure. Remember, order block is the candle before the move that breaks structure. So this would really be my order block, but this is a strength candle that I believe it will tap and get power from short term, because I believe we can have another lower low in the overall market. I believe we can break this low eventually, but as of currently, I believe we're still going to get a little bit of a relief. And so I wanted price to actually tap this some more, which it didn't. It came down. And so I did want price to come down and tap that, but I wasn't going to trade that because I didn't feel like that was that wasn't the move I wanted to take my risk on. I didn't feel like that was a long move. I feel like it was going to be more of a short term, which it was. But I mean, you could have traded it if you wanted to get that quick move from 567 to 564.90. So I wanted it to come and maybe tap this 563 to 562 area. See this area right here? It's where my fair value gap is, where I got a order block at. So we didn't do that, but we basically tapped the top of that wick, filling this gap right here. And when we got this reversal, given that change of character right there, that's actually when I was in, baby. So let's get it. Okay, so look, and really on this downtrend, that's not even a clean move for me because it gives me no entry. It would have came up, came down, breaking structure, creating the down move. But this is a big strength candle. I would want it to tap for me to give me a safe entry. But I didn't want to trade that down move. So it dropped. When it started coming up, I actually wanted to get right here because in the macro time frame, as I showed you, I wanted it to tap. I wanted it to tap into that 563, 562 area. But when it didn't, and it started coming up and showing these strong candles showing up, and as you can see right here, you see these seller volume. I mean buyer volume. My bad. Sorry. You see this buyer volume. These volume candles are higher than my seller candles. See all this? And so I honestly thought I was already getting my reversal. When I got this tap into this wick, into these strength candles, I promise you I wanted that buy. But there's a good reason why I didn't. And honestly, that's going to save me for the long term, not getting in exactly right there. Why is that? Because we are still in the down move. Why are we still in the down move? Because we're still in the swing. As long as you're still in this swing and you don't give a change of character, you are still accessible or susceptible to fall because you're still in that swing. You're still in a seller. You're still in a seller move. Still in a seller swing. There we go. You're still in that lower low, lower high. You're still in those. So I couldn't get in right here because that's not a safe entry for me. Remember, we want to follow our strategy and be disciplined. We want to follow our strategies, disciplines, and we want to make money. We're not trying to lose money. We're not here to lose money. So we want to minimize our risk. Remember, every trade that we put in, there's a risk, but we want to minimize our risk. So that's why we have a strategy, and that's why we follow our disciplines. What are our disciplines? Risk management, making sure we're not over leveraging. We're not putting our whole account into one trade, which I've done multiple times, and I'm getting better, and I do not do that no more. And so risk management, following your strategy is the discipline, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into following your strategy, and yeah, no FOMO. You don't want to fear missing out and just hop in on the trend. So basically, you gave a change of character right here. This is where I'm in, baby. Come back and look. This is where I had to apply the patience because it broke that change of character. I was like, oh yeah, look at that big candle. Come and tap my candle I'm in, and it just kept going up. It kept going up. I was like, oh man, please don't tell me it's going to keep breaking up and not really give me a clean entry for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm like, no, Devin, be patient. And that's exactly what it did. Came, broke down, tapped my strength candle. And like I said, I would wanted to get in right there. I didn't get in exactly right there. And I know you're saying, Devin, that's your strategy. Get in right there. I know I didn't get exactly in right there. But look, once I seen it come up again, come back down into here, I got in right here at the second set of strength candles. Got in right here with my stop loss right here. 567.60 is my stop loss, and I got in on my strength candles at 568.35. So it's a wider stop loss than I would have wanted, but it was still a safe entry. It's a wider stop loss than I want, but it's still part of my strategy. And honestly, if I would have followed my strategy to the T, I would have gotten in right here, and this order block right here would have been right here. Actually, I mean, it would have to be the order block. If it would have invalidated my order block, that obviously means that you don't have that buyer, you know, at the buyer momentum. So I would want my stop loss, what, 566.63 if I would have gotten in at 567.60. So I would have had I would have had a tighter stop loss if I would actually follow my strategy to a T. I didn't follow my strategy to a T, and so that puts me at risk at even more of a loss. That's why you follow your strategy. So I got in at 568.35, that area, and with my stop loss at 567.60, 55, whatever you want to call it. With my stop losses, not my stop loss, take profits. My take profit was not right here. That was where I wanted price to break. Why did I want price to break there? Because that was the next swing of these previous resistant lines, and I felt like price wanted to break those previous resistance lines. But then this is where I just deleted this actually. This is where I also had another resistance area, but this was actually my actual take profit. I knew, not gonna say I knew, but these are the only highs, these are the local highs, the nearest highs to you. So I wanted price to break those highs, but then eventually come and shoot for this 570 right here. Once it would have like tapped my 570 or got close to my 570, that's when I was going to tap out. That's when I was just going to take my profit. Because also, still remember, we still have a bunch of volume in the market. The candles are still smaller. They're not giving a ton of volume. You can see, look at this volume. It's very small. You're still in the downtrend. So in the macro, you're in a downtrend. So it's still kind of risky. Well, everything is risky, like I said, but it's still kind of more of a risk to go for a call, because at any moment the big sell-off can continue. So I mean, then you have all this no volume, a bunch of chop, not like strong candles just going up, So I mean, I'm not looking for a home run. I'm just trying to get these bases. I'm trying to add it up. And so today, look, so where I got in right here, stop loss down here. I was patient. I was probably in the trade about, let me see, I'm not going to say about, I want to show you the exact. I got in the trade around 920. Let's just say 920. 980 actually, but just 920. And then I was in the trade till I didn't get the full 570. I tapped out right here. I tapped out. Oh, no. Okay. No. Because I didn't hit the 570. I tapped out right around here, 569.70. I'll tell you why I tapped out, but let's just see how long I was in that trade. From 920 to 934. So I was in it about 15 minutes. That's a scalper right there. So I was in it for a base hit. Base hits. We don't always need the home runs. I don't feel like the market right now is really giving you the home runs. It's giving you these little base hits. And honestly, I mean, if you get it from here and you take your risk and you get in somewhere around here, 565 to a 570, a $5 move price action, that's a home run right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. But for my safe strategy and making sure I'm safer, I only had, if I would have followed my strategy to the T, it would have been about 567. And let's say I got out exactly where I got out, 569. $2 price action is really good. I wouldn't say it's a home run. That's really good move. So, I mean, I still could have got a really good move. But, so I got from 568. I tapped out at 569. Okay, let me see. Why did I tap out at 569? That's what we're going to see. Why did I tap out right around here when my take profits was 570? Well, I see it chopping up. It's coming down. It's going up. And you're getting these strong seller candles breaking up, and you get this engulfing. And honestly, I tapped out. I didn't want to let green turn to red. Remember, I'm trying to build this account. I'm not trying to let green turn to red. I know that there's not a lot of volume at any moment. One big red candle can wipe everything away, And then also, why is because I'm so far up the move already. Yes, I feel like it was a safe entry because it's my strategy, and it's tapping these strength candles, which is supply and demand, but you're still so far from 565 to 568 is already a $3 move. And then, you're already at 569, you know what I'm saying? So you already had, if we go from 567 to 564, that's a $3 move. Then 564 to 569, that's a $5. So that's an $8 move already of price action in one day. So it's like, kind of like, there's just no need, base it. Like I said yesterday, base it. If I feel like it's not too safe for me, if I feel like I'm seeing engulfing, I'm seeing dojis, these aren't dojis, but I'm seeing just like a break up, and look where it's breaking structure. It's breaking structure from 569.27, where we have all right, okay, this high right here, 569. It broke structure to 569.30. You need small little breakup structure, okay? 569.27. It broke structure to 569.65, and then dropped down to 569.25. So you see what I'm saying? Like these little break structure, they're so small. It's like fighting and climbing to get up there, So at any moment, look at this, boom, 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 boom. And so I took my profits. Right here, and obviously when I got out, what 3 minutes later, price boom, 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 would have hit my take profit. But I'm not tripping. I got my base hit. I felt like there's too much struggle. I'm getting engulfing. That wasn't engulfing, but I'm getting engulfing right here, almost taking out two candles, taking out this candle, almost taking out two candles right here. So I got out, and then it hit